Hi, welcome to week 2. Here are the weekly notes for this week. Hope you all feel comfortable with the class format. This is a fast course, so it's important you keep organized. As I told those of you who came to the orientation, I advise you to open the syllabus weekly and write all the assignments due that week on a calendar. Here I'm going to show you another way that you can do the same thing on the syllabus. Here you can see that my syllabus has been highlighted. That is because when I was putting your assignments in the Angel website, I was highlighting as I was putting the assignment so I wouldn't forget that I had already placed the assignment there. So you could do the same. You can have the print of your syllabus and highlight once you finish the homework. So when everything is highlighted, it means that there's nothing you haven't done. So for example, I did not highlight OMT3 because that's the online mastery tests, and I don't have to put anything in Angel for that, but when you do it, you can put it in there, so you can see that everything is highlighted and it's easy for me to remember. It is important that you continue annotating. Most of you did a good job, but I want you to go now to annotating a text, and you will see that I've added a new file. So let me show you here. Here you find the files that have annotating, summarizing, mapping, paraphrasing, and outlining. So here is the one for annotating a text. These ones were the ones that were there last week. I have added a new one this week, and it's going to open in just a second. And you can see that this is an example. You can see that this is an example of an annotated text. So this happens to be the final exam for last semester, and I want to show you what one of the students underlined. So for example, here is a vocabulary example, the word unkept, and she found that it meant sloppiness, so that is underlined. And then you see that she's almost having a conversation with the text. So for example, so true, and then I agree. Those are good annotations. Also here there's an example. Another one is that the main ideas, what she did with that, she numbered the main ideas. So you have number 1 is clothing, number 2 is speech, and number 3 is emotion. Those are the 3 things that the text is referring to. You can see there is not a lot of highlighting, but just enough to help the student remember the main important information. You will notice this week a new file that's called Study Help. Let me show it to you. And here it is at the end. Here we have called Study Help. Here you will find the answers to all the tests and quizzes and everything that you find in our 10 steps. And so here you can see answers for chapter 1 and answer for chapter 2. Those are the ones that I have opened so far. So please feel free to check your own work. In the same file where you found the annotations, there's also information for mapping, summarizing, and outlining. This week, most of the content of the class will deal with mapping, summarizing, and outlining. Of course, main ideas and implied main idea, but how to organize those ideas, it's really important. So it's really important that you click on those PowerPoints. Some of them have voice, some of them don't. So let me give you here an example of one. So here is one for summarizing. Let me show. Alright, so here is one for summarizing information. So I tell you what summaries are, and then when summarizing, avoiding different things, using your own words when summarizing, and examples, and so on. So here is an example of one of the PowerPoints that's there, but make sure you look at all of them. Here are some additional reminders. Note that this last week I didn't close the assignments to give you time to get familiar with the class, but this week I will close everything on time. That is at 11:55 p.m. on the day that something is due. Please do not send me any assignments to my email, either my personal email or the course email. Everything, unless I ask you to send me something to the email, it should go into appropriate Dropbox. Remember that we have a quiz at the end of this week. I will open it on Friday, so please do not be late taking it. I have really enjoyed reading the discussion board. Make sure that you go back in case someone asks you a question. This is the only way you have to communicate with each other and feel like this is a course where you get to know your classmates. Finally, please send me an email telling me that you have listened to this recording and let me know if you think this is useful or how can I make it better for you. Alright, that's all I have for you. Hope you have a great week.